Messi's car collection isn't just impressive. Like the man himself, it's legendary. From daily drivers to multi-million-dollar rarities, the GOAT's garage is packed with power, luxury, and history. But which ride stands out the most? Let's dive into the wildest, fastest, and most expensive cars owned by Lionel Messi. To start with, you wouldn't expect one of the greatest footballers of all time to be rolling around in something this, well, normal. But Lionel Messi actually owns a Mini Cooper Cabriolet. Yeah, in a garage full of exotic supercars, this little drop-top city car somehow made the cut. And honestly, it kind of makes sense. First off, it's the cheapest car in his collection, costing just $1,733. That's basically pocket change for Messi, but here's the thing, it's not about the price. The Mini Cooper has that classic charm, and it's actually practical, perfect for zipping through the streets of Barcelona, back when he played for Barca, or anywhere he needs a quick, no-fuss ride. How fast? Well, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 8.7 seconds. Not exactly blistering, but with a top speed of 191 kilometers an hour, it's still got some pep. But let's be real, this isn't just about raw power. Messi's got Bugattis and Ferraris for that. The Mini is all about simplicity and fun, proving that even the GOAT enjoys a laid-back cruise once in a while. Now, when you think of Lionel Messi's car collection, you probably picture million-dollar hypercars, right? But here's the surprise. Messi owns a Lexus RH 450h. Yeah, the GOAT has a hybrid SUV in his lineup. And honestly, it makes a lot of sense. This Lexus RX 450h isn't just any SUV. It's got a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine paired with an electric motor, putting out a solid 367 horsepower. So while it's not a track monster, it's got plenty of punch for a smooth, powerful ride. But the real magic? It's actually pretty efficient. With 37 miles per gallon combined, it's a fuel-sipping machine compared to the gas guzzlers you'd expect in a superstar's garage. So why does Messi own it? Simple. It's practical, comfortable, and eco-friendly. Whether he's taking the family out or just cruising around without drawing too much attention, this Lexus does the job. Even with all the insane supercars at his disposal, sometimes you just need a reliable daily driver. Now, here's a car that screams big, bold, and baller. Lionel Messi's Cadillac Escalade. This thing is an absolute VIP lounge on wheels, and for a guy as famous as Messi, it makes perfect sense. Under the hood, we're talking about a 6.2-liter V8 engine pushing out 420 horsepower, so yeah, it's got some serious muscle. But let's be real, this car isn't just about speed, it's about luxury, space, and making an entrance. At 5 meters long and 2 meters wide, this thing is massive. Like Messi's own personal moving fortress. Perfect for rolling up to training or cruising around in comfort. Now, fun fact, or well, maybe not so fun if you were there, Messi once nearly ran over some fans while driving this beast after training. Not on purpose, of course, but when you're one of the most famous athletes on the planet, people tend to swarm your car. And with a ride this big, let's just say it's not the easiest thing to maneuver through a crowd. But hey, that's the price of being Messi. Whether he's dodging defenders on the pitch or navigating through fans in his Escalade, the man is always in control. Now, when it comes to Lionel Messi's car collection, you know there had to be a Ferrari in there somewhere, and sure enough, he's got a Ferrari F430 Spider, a car that is pure Italian performance and style. This beauty packs a 4.3-liter V8 engine pumping out 503 horsepower, and with that convertible design, you know it's built for the thrill of open-air driving. Imagine Messi cruising down the streets, top down, enjoying the roar of that Ferrari engine. It's the kind of ride that turns heads everywhere. But here is the crazy part. This isn't even Messi's most expensive Ferrari. Yeah, the guy has another Ferrari that costs way more than this one. But don't let that fool you, the F430 Spider is still a legend, combining speed, precision, and that unmistakable Ferrari experience. A car fit for a football king. Alright, let's talk about Lionel Messi's Audi trio. Because yes, the GOAT didn't just own one Audi, he has 3. And together they were worth a cool $231,700. Not bad for a brand that used to be a sponsor of FC Barcelona, meaning Messi likely didn't even have to pay for them. First up, we've got the Audi Q7, a spacious, family-friendly SUV with a top speed of 220 kilometers an hour and a 0 to 100 kilometer an hour time of 5.9 seconds. Not bad for a luxury SUV, right? This was probably Messi's go-to for comfort and practicality, especially when he needed to take the family out. Then there's the Audi A7, a stylish coupe that brings a bit more sportiness to the mix. 250 km an hour top speed and a 0 to 100 km an hour time of 5.8 seconds. So yeah, it's quick, but, you know, still elegant. This was probably Messi's first pick for a sleek, everyday ride. But the real star is the Audi RS6 Avant. This thing is a beast. Raw power, insane luxury, and a fan favorite. It was so good that Messi went out and got another one even after Audi's sponsorship deal with Barcelona ended. That tells you everything. This wasn't just a sponsorship car that he was obligated to drive. It was a car Messi genuinely loved. Now let's talk about one of the most stylish and underrated cars in Lionel Messi's collection, the Maserati GranTurismo MC Stradale. This isn't just a luxury coupe, it's a proper Italian masterpiece with the perfect blend of speed, power, and control. Under the hood, we've got a 4.7-liter V8 engine cranking out 450 horsepower, pushing this beauty from 0 to 60 miles an hour in just 4.5 seconds. And with a top speed of 188 miles an hour, it's no slouch when it comes to performance. Now, what really makes the MC Stradale special is how lightweight and aerodynamic it is. This isn't just a Grand Tourer. It's built for sharp handling and high-speed stability, giving you that true race-inspired driving experience. For Messi, who is known for his precision, balance, and control on the pitch, this car is a perfect match. It's not just about raw power, it's about grace and finesse, just like his playing style. So while he's got plenty of exotic cars in his collection, this Maserati is proof that sometimes the best ride is one that's all about the perfect driving feel. Let's switch gears, literally, and talk about Messi's Range Rover duo. Yeah, the football legend doesn't just settle for one. He's got two Range Rovers in his collection with a combined worth of $269,500. These aren't just any SUVs, they are the ultimate mix of luxury, power, and practicality. First up, the Range Rover Vogue, and this one is a real beast. With a 5-liter supercharged V8 engine and a top speed of 250 kilometers an hour, this SUV is as much about performance as it is about comfort. Plus, with features like the Meridian sound system and 360-degree parking aid, it's practically a rolling VIP suite. Perfect for Messi when he wants to ride in style and make an entrance wherever he goes. Then we've got the Range Rover Sport, the more practical sibling. It's powered by a 3-liter V6 engine, and while that's not as flashy, it's definitely a favorite for everyday use. Messi and his wife often chose this one when they need something reliable and comfortable, whether it's for a quick trip around town or heading for family adventures. So while Messi's garage might not be packed with supercars and rare exotics, these Range Rovers prove that even the GOAT appreciates a blend of luxury, utility, and power. Whether he's heading to training or just taking the family out, the Range Rover duo has got him covered. And now this is where things get serious. Lionel Messi's Mercedes SLS AMG. If there's one car in his collection that screams power, prestige, and pure driving thrill, it's this one. First off, let's talk about the heart of this beast, a 6.2-liter V8 engine pumping out 563 horsepower. That means this thing isn't just for show, it's built for performance, hitting a top speed of 317 kilometers an hour. That's some serious speed for a car that looks this good. And of course, we can't ignore the iconic Gullwing doors, because let's be honest, they're the ultimate flex. Just imagine Messi rolling up, the doors lifting up like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. It's not just a car, that's an experience. But what really makes the SLS AMG special is that it was the first Mercedes-Benz designed entirely by AMG. This isn't just another luxury car, it's a true driver's machine, blending raw power with German precision. For a player like Messi, who's all about effortless control and world-class performance, this car is a perfect match. It's fast, it's flashy, and it's an absolute legend on wheels, just like the man himself. Alright, if there's one car in Messi's collection that screams ultra-exclusive, insanely fast, and ridiculously expensive, it's the Pagani Zonda Tricolore. A car so rare that most people will never even see one in person. Let's start with the numbers. A 7.3-liter V12 engine, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in just 3.4 seconds, and a top speed of 214 miles an hour. That's sitting properly in hypercar territory. And let's be real, Messi doesn't need to go that fast. But when you're one of the greatest athletes in history, you deserve a car that's equally as legendary. What makes this Zonda even more special? It's not road legal, which means Messi likely keeps it as a collector's item or takes it out on private tracks. The thing is basically a rolling piece of automotive art, built with titanium, magnesium, and carbon fiber to keep it as lightweight and aerodynamic as possible. And here's the kicker. It's worth a whopping $4 million. That's not just a car, that's an investment. Owning a Zonda Tricolore is like having a rare painting, except this one sounds like a screaming V12 and can hit 200 miles an hour. Messi may be humble off the pitch, but when it comes to his garage, the GOAT knows how to pick him. Now let's talk about the absolute crown jewel of Messi's car collection, the Ferrari 335 S Spider Scaglietti. And when we say expensive, we mean $36 million expensive. That's not just the car, that is a piece of history on wheels. Under the hood, we've got a 4-liter naturally aspirated V12, and while its 186 mph top speed might not seem too crazy by today's hypercar standards, back in the day, this thing was an absolute monster. This car isn't about numbers, it's really about legacy. And here's where it gets really interesting. This exact 335S was once driven by Sir Stirling Moss in the 1958 Cuban Grand Prix. So Messi isn't just driving a Ferrari. He owns a car that's been a part of racing history. But the best part? The auction battle. Messi actually outbid Cristiano Ronaldo to get this car, which makes the whole thing even more legendary. Imagine being so rich that you're literally battling your football rival over a multi-million-dollar Ferrari. Talk about living the dream. And because Messi is, well, messy, he joked on Instagram after the purchase, posting a pic of a tiny Hot Wheels Ferrari with the caption, "My new car." Classic. So yeah, while the rest of his collection is impressive, this Ferrari, it is the next level GOAT material. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this.